Funny.
Ring in the New Year's, all my fellow and future outlaws, as this is Card Games vs. Humanity, and I am the aka Double G. Starting 2022 off with the only thing that can take away the existential dread and constant suffering that fills your lives. Card games, of course. So if you enjoy the show, be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment below telling me how I should have shaved before I started this episode. But enough about that, let's join our heroes who are fresh off of Joey's victory over my Chestentine. So happy that his face makes this weird, creepy, chibi version of itself just to express the sheer joy inside his body. Tay and Tristan make fun of Joey, saying that they never believed that he could actually pull it off. While Yugi sits there and smiles, knowing that he was going to win that duel as he gave him a small portion of his anime bullshit protagonist powers.
And I haven't seen any burger stands or restaurants since we got here.
See, that's one of those clips that truly confuses the mind, because we'll never be 100% sure if that was just shitty 4Kids dialogue, or the writers actually forgot about all the humanistic problems that arise when people are spending about a week on an island with absolutely no food, no water, no bathroom, and apparently no way to buy any of these things. Taya then slips up and reveals what will happen if she doesn't get her vast calorie intake.
I've got to have my 5 basic food groups or else it's
Puzzle.
meltdown.
Yugi bro, if you get married to that one's on you. The most powerful thing in the world, yes, Joey's nose guides him to something delicious, so he just naturally takes off without any care of his friends or where he's going. Eventually finding these fish on a stick that are charred to a crisp, him and Tristan do what any good protagonist would do. They steal them immediately.
Enjoy yourselves, you fish thieves. This is your last meal.
Let's all just take a step back and appreciate the fact that he was ready to kill on sight just because they were about to steal his really burnt fish. Joey Wheeler then meets Aquaman.
Yeah, you're that freaky fish guy.
I am not a freaky fish guy.
Massively upset by this thievery, Mako is ready to kill all the intruders. Wait, never mind, is that Yugi Moto? You want a duel? I guess just mentioning that this is Yugi is all it took to take away his murderous tendencies and give away his fish just like that. He goes on to explain that he wants to sail the 7 seas for the rest of his life and that he needs to win the Duelist Championship tournament. Because I guess you need $3 million to buy a boat capable of doing that.
Leaving so soon, are you?
Nice meeting you, Mako.
They literally wanted to leave so badly that they didn't remotely listen to what he just said. They just left on frame 1. So because Mako is an upstanding member of society, he decides that the best course of action is to lob a fucking harpoon at Yugi to get on his good side and make him want to duel with him. Claiming that he left out these shitty burnt fish as a trap for other duelists so he could challenge them even though he only has 1 more star chip than he started with, so that maybe worked 1 time. As soon as Mako mentions the word duel 3 times, Yugi is automatically activated like Beetlejuice, accepting the duel and transforming right away. And because Mako is a master of the sea, he's the only one that can make this dueling arena arise from the ocean that it was apparently just there the entire time. Both duelists wager 2 star chips, so technically Mako isn't out of the tournament if he loses this duel. I guess we just never see him again, maybe? Mako begins the duel by summoning a giant-ass squid inside the water, leaving Yugi unable to see what monster he summoned, which is basically the equivalent of being able to set your monsters down in face-down attack position. Tristan then chimes in with top-notch dueling commentary.
This is totally bogus.
Thanks, Tristan. Just good job. This duel makes me forget that Yugi ever had Horned Imp in his deck for some reason, but that doesn't matter because Mako just skips his turn and attacks anyways, killing the monster and causing Yugi to lose some life points even though we never got to saw its attack value. So because we're 2 turns into this duel, we're 1 turn late for Yugi to begin cheating, just summoning another monster even though I'm pretty sure it never went back to Mako's turn yet.
I don't like the sound of that.
Actually, Yugi, it's quite common for a giant jellyfish to sound exactly like a blue whale. Yugi pretends that the Horn of the Unicorn is a quick play spell card, using it on his feral imp to fill the ocean with electricity, a concept that apparently has to be explained to Taya by Joey.
And water conducts electricity.
Oh. Whoa, that is so smart.
You know your education is in trouble when Joey's the one explaining basic chemistry and physics to you. Unfortunately for Yugi, that electric attack does not work on a giant jellyfish, a normal monster with no effect, allowing Mako to just skip his turn once again and crush his monster with a giant squid, leaving me with just 1 simple question. If that squid killed a horned imp with about 1300 attack and did about 260 damage, how the fuck did it kill a monster with 2000 attack and still inflict damage? Yugi summons the Silver Fang, a ferocious monster whose power is boosted by his next card, the moon. Yes, Yugi summons the moon. Just accept it. Also accept the fact that this show that was nationally televised and ran by a company that had near infinite resources chose to use this basic ass JPEG image of the moon with a black background instead of literally any other artwork in Yu-Gi-Oh that contains the moon. Like, this actually had to go through people that were just like, yeah, sure, that works. Unfortunately for Yugi, summoning the moon once again allows Mako to skip his turn and summon this giant water eel, attacking the Silver Fang and destroying it with absolutely no explanation of its attack points.
Tidal attack. No! Silver Fang!
Silverfang!
Did they really just have Silverfang die in a cutaway scene? Like, did they have enough budget for the first 7 episodes and then just start running out by the end of this one? Apparently, this normal monster has the ability to take away 4 of your opponent's monster zones all in one attack, something that would definitely not be broken in a real game. Mako then treats Yugi and all of us to his backstory, explaining how him and his father used to sail the ocean all their lives until one day a storm came in.
A big one?
Maybe.
Yes, a big one. Maybe a big one. I'm not really sure, but it managed to kill Mako's father, and that's exactly why he loves the ocean now. Our heroes are now super inspired by his story and think he's a good person, completely forgetting the fact that he just lobbed a harpoon at them about 10 minutes ago. Everyone but Yugi, of course, who never forgets and never forgives, summoning the giant soldier of stone on the small piece of land he has available to him. Then in classic anime fashion, we're treated to a clip of our hero commanding his powerful ally to destroy the moon. Oh shit, my bad. That was the wrong clip. Here's the right one. Damn it, I swear I had this thing loaded up properly. Just one more time. Here it is. Oh yes, just look at that moon crumble. They never really did explain how Dragon Ball had 2 moons, did they? The planet-sized destruction crumbles onto the field below, wiping out Mako's ocean and leaving all his monsters unable to move. Even though if this was a regular game, does that basically mean he wouldn't be able to set down any of his normal monsters without, like, pouring water on the playmat first? Yugi then ends the duel by playing Curse of Dragon and combining it with the Burning Land card, which we all know can be used to destroy all of your opponent's monsters and inflict 2,000 points of damage to them all in one move. This is real. This is the rules. No one's cheating. This is definitely real. This duel that again maybe lasted 6 turns ends with Yugi as the victor, causing Joey and Tristan to make what I may believe be the first sighting of that epic and disgusting chin face.
But I will start over again.
And I bet you'll do fine.
And we never saw Mako again. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Card Games vs. Humanity. I want to thank you all for watching. It's the New Year, so be sure to leave a comment telling me what New Year's resolution you'll definitely, surely, probably, maybe, definitely, I think you'll definitely fail in about 2 weeks. Yeah, you will. Tune in next week where we get to see a large man with very pointy hair abduct some small children for not playing their card games correctly. And of course, a shout out to all my patrons. If you want to meet up and travel to the moon together to fight Majora's Mask, I'm down for that, but just know I get the Fierce Deity's mask. This has been the man from Earth with all the girls, ladies and gentlemen. Be the kid that... Oh, hey, Yugi. What's up?
I don't like the sound of that.
But enough about that. But enough of that. He goes on to explain that he loves the ocean and wants to sail. Couldn't think of sail. Actually, Yugi, it's quite common for a... Yes, Yugi summons the moon. Just accept it. Also, just as... Unfortunately for Yugi... This duel that again lasted maybe about 6 turns ends with you... I need water. Jesus Christ. Killing the monster and causing Yuzi... Jesus. You saying Yuzi. It's Yuzi, guys.